It's Adam again back at Steinjager SEMA booth 58031. I have a hard time remembering that. I'm here with Matt Holt from High Society Offroad, Decatur, Illinois. Steinjager's in Bushnell, Illinois. We're about 3 hours apart. Matt walks in the booth today. We're going to talk a little bit about what he does and how he's connected to Steinjager. He's been a sponsored off-road driver for Steinjager for over 5 years, I believe.
Yeah.
It's been quite some time. Tell us how you found Steinjager in the beginning.
So as you said, my name is Matthew Holt. I race a rock bouncer in the National Rock Racing Association. I also own an off-road shop called High Society Offroad based out of Decatur, Illinois. And initially we started picking up, you guys had a Jeep Blitz. I was just scrolling through Facebook one day and I saw this Jeep event. I was super stoked to find a local Jeep event because a lot of them are scattered across the U.S. I know some of the West Coast guys love their Jeep events. So we found one on the East Coast, or Midwest, which I was super excited to. I came, I saw you guys had a lot of Jeep parts. As you guys have to do a lot of custom colors too, it's super neat to see. And I was amazed at how many Jeep parts you guys actually offered, all built in-house, American made, right there in Central Illinois, which kind of excited me a lot. And that way you can see, again, you guys were giving plant tours that day, which was super awesome. You got to see how the parts are made, see the powder coating machine. It was really, really neat for me. And then teamed up did some Jeep events there. We had brought a couple of Jeeps, did some of your fun obstacle courses and stuff. Really enjoyed it, had a lot of fun. Later on, we transitioned into the rock bouncer.
Yeah, that's a completely different kind of vehicle compared to a Jeep. Can you explain what a rock bouncer is?
Sure. For the hardcore guys out there, it's similar like an Ultra 4 car or a monster truck. You start with a tube chassis. There's companies out there that build them now, or you can build your own custom tube chassis. Ours is 1 3/4 inch DOM tubing, 120 wall, 188 wall. There's probably some 2-inch, 1/4 inch wall stuff in there. Different styles of tubing, again, put together. Chassis, you can make it as light or as strong as you want it to. There's some light ones out there. They're very, very quick and fast. Some guys have started going chromoly, which is super cool to see. It's very lightweight. And then you can make it very durable. On the heavier side, again, when you're trying to throw that buggy up a hill, lighter is better, but at the same time, you're the guy strapped inside. So you want to make sure you're safe. Basically, right now we have 1-ton axles.
What kind of top speed you hit?
Well, mine probably does 80. It doesn't have a crazy.
Full bore,
yeah. That's 7,400 RPMs in third gear. We run a turbo 400 transmission. You're probably at 80 mile an hour roughly. There's a few guys that are closer to 100. The difference is it goes 0 to 30 in about 15 feet. The 0 to 50 is so incredibly fast. And that's one of the benefits of the rock bouncer. It has lots of torque. We run an LS-based engine, a turbo 400 transmission, which is just 3-speed with reverse, SCS transfer case, and then we run a Dana 60 front, 14-bolt rear. We're looking to upgrade to a 14-bolt rear, so a lot of your builder parts come in handy there. That's why, again, we kind of talked about the heim joints.
Yeah. Somebody that doesn't know what a heim joint is, this is a heim joint. It was actually, what's the history of a heim joint?
I don't know.
World War II.
Okay.
There's a guy named Heim.
Yeah.
This went on an airplane. So you can look back at the Luftwaffe and World War II. That's where a heim joint comes from. It's actually an airline part that's been customized over the years now to the point where we can go to King of the Hammers.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's it's a spherical bearing that moves inside and allows stability, mobility.
Well, you hope it moves inside. Yeah. We've had a couple crash where they didn't really move so well afterwards, or they get a little oblong for the guys at King of Hammers,
So you got this and you got this.
Yes.
This one here?
Yeah, this is a 3/4 inch heim bearing. Actually, I think this is closer to a 3/4 inch.
I think it is.
The 3/4 we use on our steering system. We have a full hydraulic steering system.
Yep.
Basically a double-ended hydraulic ram. So essentially, you turn the bouncer on. You can take one finger and rotate around your steering wheel because it's a full hydraulic setup. If you're sitting next to a building, you turn your steering wheel, it's going to push the whole buggy over, which is what you want when you're racing a hardcore off-road event. We run the 3/4 heims on our steering. We used to use the Weldon bungs.
Yep.
Now we just went to a full tube sleeved. And the Weldon bungs is kind of like what we had here.
Yep.
Basically, you take your piece of tubing, you cut your piece of tubing off. You can see there's got a little bit of a flange there. Slide it inside. You're going to want to weld around it, obviously very good. And then you can also drill some plug welds in the actual tubing itself, and it gives you a little bit extra. Be very careful when you're doing your plug welds. Make sure you, what we like to do is we'll lube this really good up with some really good quality lube, put the heim in, weld everything together, let it cool, and then take the heim back out. But you want to make sure you have lots of lube in there and keep the heim in when you're welding. Otherwise, you'll be probably drilling and tapping that again.
Wow.
Because these tend to swell, give a little bit, especially if you're throwing a big, heavy beat on. Again, they already come with a little bit of a lip on there, so that way you can really get in there and get some good penetration. I like to weld them heims. They're great for like link bars, whether it be a steering or whether it be your 4-link setup, trailing arm, whatever you guys end up running. 1 3/4, 1 1/4 is what we run on our heim. I see you had an 1.5 inch there, which that thing is absolutely massive. Again, if you're running a monster truck, I could see it.
Monster truck.
Big, huge farm equipment.
Land excavator.
That's a pretty big hydrant.
SpaceX actually buys these.
Really? Yeah. I can see it being pretty good. 1 1/4. We run you guys as jam nuts as well as, again, Weldon bungs if we're using regular tubing. The Weldon bung you can use with a 2-inch outer diameter tubing, the 2-inch OD, 1/4 inch wall. That's what a lot of guys run. Or you can go with the aluminum, and then obviously if you're running aluminum, you don't need a Weldon bung.
Big question is, have you ever broken one of ours?
I haven't broken one. I have a couple that have probably
close.
Well need replaced. They're probably a little snug. You can hear them kind of creaking when they get tight. You get a lot of debris. Again, you can see dirt likes to get in there. I know you guys have come out with a boot that slides over there, keeps that dirt and debris out, helps keep water out.
Unless dirt gets inside of it.
That's why we don't run them on the rock bouncer currently. Is just because our thing is we're in such violent conditions. There's gonna get dirt in there, and rather than tear the whole buggy apart, clean them all before and after each race, we just choose not to run them. And then when the heim goes bad, we just throw it out and get a new one. But I've never ripped the heim apart. Again, I said we hit stuff. I mean, we come up, hit rock ledges 30, 40 mile an hour. We violently test your parts regularly. The National Rock Racing Association is the premier series that we race in. It's 3 Northern, 3 Central, 3 Southern, and finals at the end. So it's a 10-race cup series. So 10 times a year minimum, we're out testing your product. And then we also do trail riding, and we also do we've taken out to Hammersford in the shootout out there. We do some mud drags, some mud bogs. We do a couple other more non-traditional bouncer style events.
Tell us where you can find your videos. Is it all on
just
YouTube?
Head to YouTube. You can type in rock bouncing. It'll pull up any rock bouncing events. Type in Matt Holt Racing. It'll pull up all of mine. They can do race coverage. Come out to an event. I tell people all the time, please come out to an event. You can find our schedule on any one of the National Rock Racing Association pages.
We've got some plans to follow you a little bit this year, hopefully.
Yeah, and I try to, we always tag Steinjager in all of our stuff. We try to, hashtag Steinjager as well, so they can hop on there, check it out. Again, Jeep accessories are great for, like I said, you can see they have some misalignment spacers, a handful of other different parts.
Yep.
Depending on what you're going with. Again, color. They have how many different colors?
20 powder coat colors. It's American powder coat.
Wow.
From American companies, so very high gloss.
It's good product.
Lasting.
So again, like I said, we run the 3/4 heims on our steering. We run the 1 1/4 heims. I mean, we haven't needed a bump up yet to the 1.5 inch. I'm sure there's probably some guys out there for the trailing arm use like an 1.5 inch, 1 3/4, whatever. But
you're associated with the King of the Hammers.
Yeah, we do stuff at King of Hammers. I also
race, or you just
used to race at it. Now I just do broadcasting. We did the shootout. So
10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So in the last 10 years, what have you seen from what the King of Hammers was 10 years ago compared to this upcoming February?
I would say the cars, guys have done a lot better. We've seen a better completion rate.
Yes.
We used to start out with like 150 drivers and 12 would finish. 20 would finish. The attrition rate is so incredibly high out there. We've seen more finishers in the last few years. Again, I know that can go to course design, but I think the chassis are getting better, technology and the cars are getting better. And I think overall, you see a lot more drivers pre-running. They're going out in a side-by-side or just some type of general off-road buggy, and they're pre-running the course more and more,
to
getting
avoid
out
those obstacles.
And that way on race day, you have a very good plan. You're going out and you can try to execute that plan.
Yep.
Having a good pit strategy also helps. You see a lot of other guys teaming up. You'll see 2 or 3 or 4 drivers. Team Indiana, there's a bunch of Team Indiana guys that all team up together, and they have kind of the same pits, and they all kind of talk shop on strategy, as fuel strategy, tire changing strategy, kind of figure out what the best plan is, and having that, again, being able to pre-run and know the course the best. So again, King Hammers is a massive event. I do a lot of broadcasting, some commentary with them. I've done pit reporting, and I've done in the booth as well. If
you don't know, King of the Hammers is live stream. It's first week of February. You just got to punch in Ultra 4, King of the Hammers. You can watch it. I watch it at my desk.
Yes.
I follow Matt. I follow a couple of
Actually, you were texting me last year during King of Hammers. Yeah. Hey, we're pitting for this guy. This guy's running our parts. Make sure you check him out. I'm literally like doing pit reporting, checking my phone. I'm like, oh, it's up. I'll call you later.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
It's a good race, and again, you'll meet a lot of people, awesome people out there. And I think it's because it's become such a big race. I mean,
and that's what I was kind of getting at. 10 years ago, it was kind of a specialty type of deal.
Yeah.
And now you see a lot of non-specialty
Yes.
guys getting into a team together.
We've had athletes, we've had movie stars all show up and want to race.
Rookies, young kids.
Yes.
There's a kid program.
There's a youth class now.
Youth
They start,
class now.
and it's very, very cool. So
Steinjager's all about Jeep and accessories and suspension, but we're also builder parts that work with off-road racing, which Matt is involved with us as a sponsor. We provide parts to him, and he does a lot of promo for us. We've got 4 or 5 other teams that do the same thing. We love working with these guys because they're hands-on. They know exactly what's going on.
we do a lot of R&D very quickly.
Really quickly, and that feedback comes back to us. So, we're able to really, as long as the parts work, there's no problem. So
you guys also make cables in-house too as well?
We do push-pull cables
So,
right in-house, and that's become a big market for us.
So shifter cables, if you guys run an accelerator cable, I know a lot of, I'm part of the MTRA, Monster Truck Racing Association. For monster trucks, you have to have a push-pull shifter style cable, and it's a safety feature. That way, if your throttle sticks, you can pull back. They either have a cup on the accelerator pedal or a tab going around. You can yank back and unstick your throttle for emergencies. So I know a lot of guys have switched to that.
Same with professional truck pulling. Sled pulling.
So
2 18-foot cables and 6 heim joints. So we know that's there. What do you got planned for the week?
He's
here one day,
so,
and then he's off.
So we're here one day. We might squeeze into 2. We started out a few weeks ago with our finals at Jay, Oklahoma for Mid-America Outdoors for the National Rock Racing Association. We're there for about a week. Left there, head to Lake Havasu last week for the Ultra 4 finals.
Right.
Super awesome. Got to be part of that. It was a lot of fun. I was there for about a week. We came into Vegas a couple days ago and kind of enjoyed some festivities. We're here for the SEMA Show today, probably maybe a little bit tomorrow, and then we'll head back to Tulsa, see some family. The next day, go back to Mid-America, put my buggy back together. We had some mechanical breakdowns because we were sending it pretty hard into the season.
Sure.
Then we're headed to S'more for a big off-road event. My brother's birthday is coming out, so we're going to have a really good time with some buddies. So I'm going to be gone about 3 weeks from home. So at some point, we'll make it back home and put all of our junk back together and figure it all out.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by today.
Heck yeah.
Spending a little time with us. Thank you so much for being a part of Steinjager, and we hope to see you on the track. We'll probably talk with you at PRI.
Oh, yeah,
if we're live streaming, but check out his videos on YouTube. It's High Society Offroad. Matt Holt, all kinds of rock bounce.
Holt 13 on Instagram.
You got to go online just to see his rock bounce.
It's a good time.
It's an amazing rig. Good luck to you and best.
Heck yeah.
Coming,
Thank you. We'll see you guys.
Thank you.